Here I am in round 2 of the draft event after winning my first game. Gamer Forever opens with Technosmith. I'm not going to want to play Root Forged Avatar here because it's... because I have 2 Alloyin cards in my hand. Delver, I think, is a good way to start. Probably the Forge Guardian beta, although it's tempting to do a Grove Huntress on the Shardplate Delver. With the Grove Huntress buff, the Shardplate Delver is going to be sitting at 7/7 on my next turn, which is probably difficult for him to deal with. But I think he's doing something relatively late game. It's a tough call when I see him doing something like Technosmith. Do I just want to... I probably just want to burn him as hard as I can. Give him a beatdown. Although the Forge Guardian is... I'm going to do the Forge Guardian. It's a tough call between the Forge Guardian and the Grove Huntress, but... excellent. So... Aetherhounds plus strength and numbers. Oh, and another Technosmith. Okay, I think... and he calls. Unfortunate. But I'm still going to hit the Aetherhounds and the strength and numbers. Do I want to block the 2 Technosmiths? I think there's little reason to block the 2 Technosmiths. And strength and numbers my Forge Guardian. Excellent. So now Nexus Pilot plus Roar is probably my play, although Bright Tusk Sower plus Roar is also good. We'll see what he does. The Roar on the 2 Aetherhounds in empty lanes. Again, the reason to put the Aetherhounds in empty lanes instead of blocking the Technosmiths is... to be able to roar them also leaves the middle lane free for a Nexus Pilot if I happen to draw it, which I did. So the Sower versus the Nexus Pilot. I think I'm going to take the other creature with the roar. Yeah. So hindsight's always 20/20, but the Cull the Weak on my Delver ended up being a very strong play for him. And if I had Grove Huntress... Oh, and there he Epidemics. Epidemic is... Epidemic is strong against Roar and Aetherhounds. Anyway, I was just going to say that because his Cull on my Delver eliminated what could have been a very key threat for me, if I would have... I didn't know he was playing Necrium at that point. If I would have hit Grove Huntress on my Delver to start the game, it would have taken it out of Cull range, and things might have ended up going very differently. But I could not have known that at the time. I don't know that I should have played around it. Forge Plate Sentry. I think I don't have a good use for the Surge. Love to have the Surge leveled up, but I think I just need to get creatures in play against him. Hope I draw another Roar. This could work. I know he has an Epidemic, so I'm not very interested in playing the Battle Droid, especially because the Battle Droid is underleveled. Oh, and he gets double Technosmith. This is not a good start. So my choice here is Delver plus Roar, which I think I'm going to do, but Delver plus Grove Huntress is also a reasonable option. But I think I'm going to do a Delver Roar. Oh, and he hits the Call the Weak on the Delver again. He draws his Forge Guardian. Yeah, things are not looking good here. He's hitting his Call on both of my Delvers has really slowed down my deck. I needed the Delvers to put pressure on him in order to punish him for playing the Technosmiths early game, and let's. Ouch. Game's not over yet, but is not looking good. Hoping he does not toss the Epidemic again. If he Epidemics here, the game's probably over. But I don't think there's anything that I could have done differently to play around an Epidemic. Yeah, this is... Grimgaunt Predator and Epidemic are both very good against my deck. There's the Epidemic, and that should be game. If it had not been for the Epidemic, in player rank 2, I think the Forge Guardian beta would save me. But after getting hit by the Epidemic 2, I don't think Forge Guardian beta is going to be enough here. I mean, Forge Guardian beta is very, very good, but I don't think it's going to be enough to save me. No, that's 17 damage. No. Yeah, so I'm just dead on the board here. I think, the Glutton almost surely I guess, what does Glutton do for damage? Glutton does 2 to 8 damage, so it's possible that I can survive. But probably not likely. Because I think what he wants to do here is ignore my beta. Oh, that's... Oh, I see what he's doing. He wants to actually kill the beta. So I don't think it's going to matter, but I think it was a slightly stronger play if my opponent would have put Technosmith in open lane. He can afford to take 20 damage from the beta, and having the 15-15 creature in an open lane, I think, given that I'm at 2 life, would have been better for him. So now I'm dead to something like Cull. Yeah, I'm dead to his Cull. Not dead to the Epidemic quite, but certainly that hurts. Okay, so these two will trade, and I will do like an... Also, I've been sitting here at 2 life for a while. This is the reason that it's valuable to have a small number of closeout cards in your deck, things like Lightning Spark that you can use to hit your opponent, things like Feral Instinct that you can use to get some damage through. A little bit of move goes a long way. So those type of closeout cards can be quite useful when your opponent is sitting at 2 life and you just can't do the final damage, which is the position my opponent finds himself in. Unfortunately, and I died a Glutton. Glutton is a good closeout card, for example. Yeah. So I can make a big Forge Plate Sentry, but this is game. And so I'm 1-1, and I will see you back in Game 3, and we'll try to finish with a winning record in this event. Thanks a lot.